Welcome to Busy Brain Club, where thinking is free and we should do more of it. Uber is going to be dead in a couple years, and Hertz is going to kill it. Sounds like another disaster movie, and it is. My viewers like disaster movies, and this is going to be a doozy. Now, to be fair, I didn't think this was going to be the case. I've always thought Tesla would be the one to kill Uber. The idea I had in my head, Tesla at some point in time, having sold millions of cars with self-driving capabilities, will offer the owners of these cars the ability to put it a part of a network, a self-driving network, and earn money. And that would be the catalyst, I think, that would have killed Uber and its competition Lyft. But because I'm looking at the world domination of Tesla, I wasn't able to see another aspect of it, which was actually stumbled upon by a more intuitive program. The guy's name is Stephen Mark Ryan. Before I get into the video, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, join our Discord server. The links for that is in the description. You can also support us on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. For those who don't know, Hertz is a rental car company. When looking at the future of the whole rental car business, they decided at some point that they needed to convert their fleet of vehicles to fully electric vehicles. And they chose Tesla as their main supplier. And Hertz currently has over 400,000 vehicles in operation. Now, this is a fantastic move for Hertz to have this strategic partnership. They'll be able to lower their cost of maintenance because, as you know, electric vehicles require less than half the maintenance cost as a standard gasoline vehicle. This will give Hertz the competitive edge in its marketplace. Then the question you're going to ask yourself is, how does that relate to Uber? Because Hertz rent cars while Uber provide transportation for people wanting to go from point A to point B. Let's get into that part of the equation. Unknown to most people, Hertz has this relationship with Uber. When one of my cars went down, I rented a car through Hertz using the program that Uber offers to their drivers. I was able to get a vehicle to do Uber from Hertz for around $300 a week. If memory serves, I think it was a 2018 Chevy Malibu with the stop-start engine stuff, which I hated. I can't stand that shit. And this was in the year 2019, so the car was pretty much just 1 year old. Now just imagine a different scenario. Imagine I was doing Uber and rented a Tesla instead. I might have just kept the Tesla instead of using my own vehicle because Teslas are more luxury-oriented vehicle and more advanced. I would have also benefited from the efficiency of it being an electric vehicle, not having to buy gas anymore. It'll allow me to keep more of my profits and then reduce my whole maintenance costs because that is not my concern anymore. Hertz will be responsible to do the maintenance. It would be a win-win to utilize this facility for all the Uber drivers. Now this is where the monkey comes into the wrench, or where the movie pretty much climax. Think about it from top-down view, like the whole picture, the whole marketplace. Uber doesn't have the data on the maintenance of the vehicles. They can probably put together some reports, but they don't really have the detailed data about it. The drivers are the ones that have the data, and Uber only brokers the relationship between the driver and the passenger. On the flip side, if the driver is using a Tesla from Hertz to do Uber, Hertz will have all the data they need about ride sharing, miles driven, charging, and maintenance costs over the lifetime of the vehicle while it is doing rideshare. Data that Uber will never have. Uber thinks they're doing a service for their drivers, right? It's basically an opportunity to give the customers, their customers, a better experience on the Uber platform. But behind all of that, Uber is giving Hertz a pipeline into so much important data. Data that is related to their business. Uber is literally shooting themselves in the foot. You might say to yourself, then what would stop Uber from acquiring their own vehicles to do self-driving? Well, you see, from my perspective, you have to understand Uber is what I would call a briefcase company. Basically, a software as a service company. You don't have any real infrastructure. There's no buildings, no front desk to manage, such like you could do with a fleet of vehicles in all different places. It wouldn't wouldn't make sense for them to do that kind of investment. They're kind of stuck because the people who are running Uber doesn't seem to see far enough into the future to make these proper decisions. The future is autonomy, and once Tesla solves full self-driving, Hertz will be the first beneficiary. Because just think about it, trying to rent a car in the future and the car drives to your location. How much more efficient could that be? What if you don't like the car because it doesn't have enough space, for example? You could request an upgrade and they send out a bigger vehicle to you, and the other one just returns to the lot by itself. Additionally, Hertz can now use their fleet of vehicles to do rideshare at a fraction of the cost Uber would charge for their service. What most people don't realize is the most expensive part of a Uber, like from point A to point B, it's not the car and it's not the fuel. It is actually the driver. So if you eliminate the driver out of the equation, the price of transportation would collapse immediately. Like, imagine a fare going to a particular destination was $25. It might end up being just $5. And here are my final thoughts. And for all you old people out there that think this is not going to happen because people don't want machines to drive themselves around, I say don't worry. Don't take it. Because the college kids who are actually broke and want to save a buck to go visit their girlfriends, they will gladly take it. They'll jump on it faster than they went on TikTok. They'll just open up the app, compare prices like they normally do, but instead of Lyft, they're just going to open Hertz. The Hertz rideshare app, whatever it is. In an instant, everywhere that Hertz starts operating, Uber would lose market share immediately. And I'm not joking when I say immediately. The moment the robotaxi goes live, guaranteed the next week Uber will be in big trouble. Expect everyone running to the doors trying to jump ship. So, let me ask you, would you take a robotaxi? Do you think full autonomy will be solved in about 2 years? Would Uber be able to compete with the robots? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, there's links in the description for Patreon and locals. We also have a Discord server. We're trying to build a community where we can talk about different topics related to technology and the future. Thank you for watching again. I'll see you in the next video.